Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So back with another one. I told y'all I'm trying to get as much content pushed out as much as I can. So I'm trying to be consistent. So we got another one. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is kind of me reacting to some of my content that I posted on TikTok because it just kind of rubs some people the wrong way. And I really think it's important for me to talk about. So we're going to get into the first clip and then we're going to come back and talk about it. All right. Let's stop telling women congratulations when they get pregnant out of wedlock. What are we celebrating? Celebrating another broken home, another baby born into instability, unstableness, no father in the home. Like, we really got to stop praising women for getting pregnant and they single, unmarried. There's nothing happy about that. Like, I would be in shambles if I found out I was pregnant and I'm not married. And don't get in my comments talking about, oh, you could be a single mom even if you are. That's the problem. Anybody with that mindset, you are the problem, because why do y'all always resort to that? Oh, you could be a single mom even if you are married. Oh, you could get a divorce and be a single mom. Okay, so y'all, I got my notes and I'm ready to go in. So you seen the clip. I was talking about stop telling women congratulations whenever they get pregnant out of wedlock, and the comments were crazy. A lot of negative comments, you know, calling me a single mom hater, calling me a hater, miserable, unhealed, you know, just a lot of negativity surrounding that, because it really stepped on some toes when I said that. You know, a lot of people made assumptions. Oh, this must be your situation. This must have been, you know, maybe your mom was a single mom and now you're trying to take it out on us. You're projecting. You're trying to, you know, just the typical stuff that all these women be doing in the comments whenever they hear something that they don't like. You know, they start attacking you, then they start insulting you personally, like, oh, you shouldn't be talking because you need to be in the gym. You shouldn't be worried about other people's business when you need to be in the gym, and you should be eating healthy, and you shouldn't be so obese. And, you know, basically they go into all that. They start to insult you whenever they don't like something that you said. So I'ma just also, I got some of the responses, some of the stitch responses that people made, and so I'll play those for you as well, just to kind of get some context around some of what people had to say. So here we go. Let's stop telling women congratulations when they get pregnant out of wedlock.
How about we stop worrying about what other people are doing with their body? I'm a single mother who grew up in a two-parent household. I used to pray that my parents got divorced. It was awful there. My other two-parent household friends, a lot of their mothers were single moms because the dad was never around to help, or if he was there, he was just so dismissive and passive. When we're saying congratulations, we're saying congratulations for bringing life into the world, not because of your marital status. Women like this need to be put on a separate island with the men that they are seeking validation from. So we should only be saying congratulations to pregnant women who are married, even if their marriage is terrible. Being a single mom is not the end of the world. Why didn't they have donation centers so that women could get a baby? Now, what is it about single mothers that drives you guys insane for some reason? Like, I genuinely would like to know. You know how many people have made it pro, NFL, NBA, CEOs of something from a single mother? Y'all be hating on the strongest people in the world. I know moms with 2 master's degrees and a doctorate degree, and they say being a mom is still harder than it was to get the degree. And this is a side note, but everyone that was agreeing with her in the comments, they all look, I'm sorry, but you know where I'm going with that. They look like they need the male validation.
Let's stop telling women congratulations when they get pregnant out of wedlock.
I always find these think pieces a little crazy because, first, Trump came from a two-parent household. He is raising kids in a two-parent household. That mother, y'all saw it, that left her house. She wasn't even gone from her house for 20 minutes. Baby drowns. Two-parent household. That father that left their baby in the car, and then the 2 oldest said that this wasn't the first time that this happened. 2-parent household. The couple that took their baby out on the boat and the baby died from heat exhaustion. 2-parent household. I think the part that's crazy in all of this is that these think pieces never come from untouched women. These think pieces are coming from women that are also opening their legs to men that they're not married to. And the only difference is that the woman brung her child into this life. And I understand that some women are out there, like she said, she'd be devastated and disgusted if she had to carry her own flesh and blood for 9 months if it wasn't attached to a man. But like, all women don't think that way. All women don't need a man to be validated or to raise a baby in a loving, successful home. And if that's the case, y'all make it seem like single mothers is the reason for school shooters. Like, as if most school shooters didn't come from 2-parent households. As if most serial killers didn't come from 2-parent households. As if most rapists don't come from 2-parent households. Look it up. But y'all would rather condemn a single mother. And like I said, the reasons for y'all condemning a single mother: oh, this kid is not going to be brought up in a safe environment. They're not going to have 2-parent household. They're not going to, they're brought into dysfunction and stuff, as if married women don't bring their kids into those same type of environments. I encourage non-mothers, join a mommy group. Just for the fuck of it. And look at who needs help the most. I don't get it. It reminds me of religion. It's like y'all like to take what y'all want from the Bible and then leave the stuff that pertains to you. Even though it's just as bad, we're not going to focus on that because I'm doing that. I want to focus on the things that I'm not doing and things that I would never do, because that's easy to condemn. Meanwhile, legs open just as wide as a single mother when she having birth. I don't get it.
So y'all seen what they said, I'm unhealed, I need help, somebody hurt me. Typical response that pretty much the same, like a lot of the majority of the women had to my video, which I really didn't take it personal because I expected that, to be honest. Like, TikTok is one of those places where, if they don't like what you say, they're going to let you know in the comments. And I was prepared. Like, I knew a lot of the women would be triggered. They would be very offended by what I had to say in my opinion. And, I expect that. But I stand on what I said. And I also have a response video that I made that I want you guys to check out, because it kind of just sums up how I felt in that moment, because so many people was trying to come for me in the comments and trying to make up a scenario about who they think I was and the life that I lived, and trying to basically give a reason as to why I would say something like that. And I'm just like, that's not true. Like, everything that y'all are trying to put on me is not true, So I made a response video, and so I'm gonna clip that in as well, because it sums up a lot. And there really wasn't as much negativity on that video, even though it did, it still rubbed some people the wrong way, but it was more positive than negative. I would say it's about half and half. Like, there was a lot of negative, but there was also a lot of people who agreed with me and understood where I was coming from and was, in support of what I was saying, because they understand what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna clip that in real quick, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it. Man, the women in my comment section on that last post is triggered. Y'all was mad. Best believe I meant what I said. I said what I said. Okay? The reason why I go so hard on women is because we the ones that gotta lay down and open our legs for these men to be able to knock us up. So y'all need to be held accountable. We got to be held accountable. And no, you can't paint a narrative about who you think I am. I've never been pregnant. I've never deleted a baby. I've never miscarried a child. So none of that applies to me. So this is coming from a pure place. I'm not sitting here calling the kettle black, knowing that I've done all this and that and above. No, I'm not a single mom. I don't have children. Never been pregnant. Never deleted a baby. Never did none of that. So it don't apply to me. So you can't paint that picture for me. But I can speak on what I see going on in our community. I can speak on what I see going on. And calling me judgmental don't make it less true. That's y'all favorite thing. Oh, you being judgmental. No, I'm calling a spade a spade. And that's the problem. Y'all don't like to be held accountable. Y'all don't like nobody telling you nothing that's the truth. You want somebody to sugarcoat everything. You want somebody to, oh, it's okay. Oh, we still love. Like, no. Y'all need somebody to tell you what it is and what it ain't. That's the problem. Y'all don't like to be told nothing. That's the reason why we in this predicament, because y'all keep encouraging this foolishness. Y'all keep telling women congratulations, and then so they thinking that it's okay. Like, oh, well, you know, everybody else doing it, so it must be okay. Like, no, it's not okay. Stop telling these women congratulations. And then when y'all ain't got no good foot to stand on, the next thing y'all do is attack somebody's appearance. Oh, you need to get in the gym. Oh, you need to lose weight. You need to worry about yourself instead of minding other people's business. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, I could lose weight at any point in my life, but you still attached to that man and them kids for the rest of your life. So my reasoning behind this post initially was just to bring awareness, because we see this all the time, especially like in the celebrity realm. We see these women get pregnant, they're not married, and you know, they have so much support from fans and people telling them congratulations, and we often see how these relationships play out. They hardly ever work out. Like, it may be a small percentage of them that actually work out and they end up being together and getting married, but that's like, I don't know. That's very rare, and more likely than not, these people get pregnant and they end up breaking up shortly after, you know, the baby is born, or even before, you know, right after the baby is born. And so, I also made a video. I won't clip this one in because it's just, I don't want to just put a whole bunch of my videos, a whole bunch of my TikToks in the video. But like, I also was talking about how, you know, because this reminded me of a time where my mom, she was asking me, you know, are you going to your cousin's baby shower? She's having a baby shower. And I was just like, no. And she was kind of curious, like, well, why wouldn't you go? And I'm just like, well, because she's like, what are we celebrating? She's a single mom. There's nothing to celebrate. And I know a lot of the comments when I made that post was like, well, you're celebrating a new life. You're not celebrating the fact that she's married or single. You're celebrating a new life being born. And to me, it seems just fabricated. Like, it just seems inauthentic, because if you didn't plan for this baby, like if you weren't intentionally trying to get pregnant and have a child, how is that something you want to celebrate? Because, you know, I just feel like it's not authentic. More likely than not, you were just trying to find pleasure in that moment. You weren't going into it with, this is the person I want to be with. We're going to have a baby. We're going to be in this together. Like, more likely than not, you're not going into it with that mindset. So that's why I say we should stop congratulating them, because more likely they probably were devastated when they found out. Like, let's just be real. Most of the time, these pregnancies aren't planned. They just kind of happen because they weren't being safe. They doing something they shouldn't have been doing. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. Like, these pregnancies do not be planned. And no, we're not celebrating the life of a child. Like, y'all are celebrating because you think it's something to celebrate, and it's not. Like, these children are coming into a broken home, a broken foundation already. They're already coming in at a disadvantage. And I know a lot of people have the point. Ooh, excuse me. A lot of people like to make the point that, oh, well, marriage doesn't mean that, you know, the baby is going to be happy and healthy and going to be successful. And I'm like, I've never said that that's going to be the case, but you are better off having two-parent household than one. Like, people always try to use that excuse, like, oh, well, I came from a two-parent household and this didn't happen, that didn't happen, and blah blah blah. And it's like, so what's, like, if you always have that devil's advocate type of mindset where you want to make everything on either side negative, that is what's holding us back as a society. Because if it ain't one thing, it's something else. Like, oh, well, marriage doesn't guarantee. No, nothing is guaranteed. I'm not saying that being married guarantees a perfect childhood or a perfect life or a successful career or anything like that, but it's just that it's more about stability for the child. It's about having a two-parent household for the child. Whether it's toxic or not, it's still some form of stability, if that makes sense. And just knowing that you're going to have some kind of support, actual support. And people was in the comments like, oh, well, there are a bunch of married single moms. The husband makes the wife do all the things for the child and he doesn't help at all. And I'm just like, it's always those people who, it don't matter what you say, they got something negative. They always got a rebuttal. They got something to go against everything that you say versus just trying to understand and comprehend what's being said. So I don't know. It was a hot topic and it rubbed people the wrong way, but I stand on what I said. It's the truth. We got to stop doing that, because the longer you keep congratulating it, the more people are going to continue to think that it's okay, and it's not. And then on top of that, a lot of these women, they were in the comments talking about, oh, well, a lot of women don't want marriage. A lot of us, we just want the children. We don't want the husband. We don't want nothing to do with the man. We just want the children. We just want to have kids. And to me, that's just very backwards, and it just sounds fabricated and inauthentic. Because why? Like, who grows up? Like, what woman grows up thinking like, okay, I'm going to be a single mom when I get older? Like, who is thinking about that as a child? If we're going to, if that at all, some women, they say like, oh, I didn't grow up thinking that I was going to get married, me included. I didn't think I would be married, and I'm not. I'm not, but I would like to be now that I'm older and I realize like, okay, I would like to be married one day. But, if you were that type of child thinking about marriage, like, you're not thinking about being a single mom, like. And they're like, oh, a lot of women don't want to be married. Who? Like, is this where we're gotten to? Like, where we just lie to ourselves and try to put on this front like we don't want marriage and we don't care about a family and we don't care about building with a man. And it's not that and a lot of people would probably call me a pick-me or male-centered, but it's just the truth. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't want to be married. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I just want children and no man to help me raise the child. It's just not, it's not even natural for me. Like, you need a man to even procreate. So why, and they're saying, oh, well, they have sperm banks and, they make it to where you could adopt and all this. Like, they have every excuse in the book to why they don't need a man. And then they complain about the men in society today. Y'all are the ones that's raising these men. Y'all are calling these men sassy and feminine. Y'all are raising them sassy and feminine. Because y'all think that y'all can do it on your own. You think you know everything. You think you don't need a man to help you raise a child, whether that's a boy or a girl. You need both parents in the household. Like, you can't complain about the state of men and then swear up and down you don't need a man, you don't want marriage, you just want the kids. Like, make it make sense. I know this was a very controversial topic. This doesn't mean that I hate single moms. I'm not saying that at all. I never said treat single moms bad. I never bashed single moms. I never said anything disparaging about them. All I said was we got to stop congratulating fornication. Like, if you're fornicating and a baby is brought into the world because of that, stop congratulating it. If you're not married, there's no reason to celebrate. There's no reason to be throwing these extravagant baby showers for a girl who is going to be sitting there by herself because she's single and unmarried and the father of her child really doesn't want anything to do with her or the child. Like, let's stop celebrating that. there's nothing to celebrate. She's bringing in a child to a broken home already. The child is going to be at a disadvantage already. Like, why are we celebrating that? And it's like, oh, well, we're here to support her, but that support is not real, because once the baby is born, everybody disappears. Like, how many times have you seen it? Everybody disappears once the baby is born. You really can't get nobody to help you. And then you see all these women on social media talking about how they have to do everything by themselves, and nobody helps them with their children, and they're struggling, and family ain't no good because they can't get no help from their family when you need them. And like, we see all this play over constantly, and so it's just like, who are y'all fooling? Like, we see it. Who are you fooling? Like, you lying to yourself, and then you're trying to lie to the rest of us that it's the best thing ever. No, it's not. Stop lying. But y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Y'all have a blessed day.